it's that time again, isn't it? We're not talking about a very good neurodivergency this time, because today we're talking about PTSD. So, PTSD is like kind of not a weird one for me, but I would like kind of say I kind of have it a little bit. I don't know. I've not been properly diagnosed with it, but like I did go through a really traumatic experience when I was younger once, and I haven't been the same since that happened, really. Like, that moment in my life really changed a lot of things for me. So, yeah, I'm not going to share what was because I'd rather not talk about it, but, yeah. But, today we're going to talk about all the symptoms and, like, what people struggle with when they have PTSD. So, yeah, let's get into it. Okay, now, if you didn't know, PTSD is short for post-traumatic stress disorder. And if you ever wondered that, that's that. Like, that's the quickest fact on this list. And like I just said, it's basically a mental disorder that, develops by going through traumatic experiences. Like, the thing I went through. But there are also other things, like, going through war could give you PTSD, or being in an abusive relationship could give you PTSD, or things like that. So, yeah, it's definitely common to have. And it's one of the only neurodivergencies that you aren't born with. It actually is caused by something. So, there you go. You got that one. Symptoms may include disturbing thoughts or feelings or dreams about the event, which, I guess I've kind of had that, or mental or physical distresses to trauma-related cues. So, like, just say a bang happened, like a firework, and someone who's, like, had a traumatic experience of guns would, react to that. So that's basically what that is. Also attempts to avoid trauma-related cues, which, yeah, like, try and avoid them as best you can. Like, I try and avoid them best I can. It also alterates the way a person can feel or think, or increase their fight and flight response, which, definitely understand that one for sure. Yeah. I don't know if, like, any of you in the comments have PTSD, but if you do, please, like, you don't have to share it with me, but if you do want to share it, let me know, like, what your, like, cues are, or what your fight or flight response is, because that would actually be quite interesting to learn, actually. Okay, this one's quite disturbing, actually. Small children are less likely to show distress, obviously, because they're children, but they may show what happened to them through play. So, yeah, I can already picture that. Oh my god. I'm not laughing at that, obviously, because that's quite dark, and that's a shame on the children, but, like, yeah, that actually, like, I can actually see a child, like, playing out an event that happened to them. I was about to do something there, but I probably shouldn't. Oh. But also, a lot of people who experience traumatic events don't have PTSD, so basically every single cartoon protagonist in the world that isn't Steven Universe will not have PTSD, because, like, let's face it, they go through trauma, and they're all perfectly fine at the end. It's like, yeah. Well, obviously real-life people as well. Like, my dad's been through quite a few things, he's told me. I'm not going to share them, obviously, but he doesn't seem to have PTSD. Like, he doesn't have any trigger responses or anything, and, like, he's had a harder life than me. That's all I'll say. So, yeah, actually, I'm glad that I had that example there. Good for me. Okay, I don't know if I should get into this one, but I guess I kind of have to. Those who experience prolonged trauma, such as slavery, concentration camps, or chronic domestic abuse or verbal abuse, may develop complex post-traumatic stress disorder, or CPTSD for short. Yeah, that, basically what I said before, but I didn't really say the slavery or the concentration camps part, but I'm really sure that those people are traumatized. Isn't trauma fun? Isn't trauma fun? It's not, by the way, that's a joke. It's very not fun. But also, prevention of PTSD may be possible if you get to a counselor on time and you take the right steps and your symptoms are caught early enough. So, there's not all, like, bad news. There is kind of hope. If you think you might get PTSD, then definitely go into counseling. I feel like this one doesn't surprise me. It's more common in women than men. I feel like this is kind of not true. Like, I don't think the person that wrote this is lying, but I think there's a reason for this. I think it's because men are taught to be like, oh, I don't have feelings. Oh, I just sit around and drink beer and shoot rings. But, like, I feel like it's more to it than that, because I feel like a lot of men might have PTSD. A lot more men might have PTSD than people think, but obviously because men are treated, well, like, they shouldn't show their emotions at all, like, I feel like they kind of keep it hidden for that. Like, to be honest, I actually do believe that. So I don't think this one is entirely true, but then I don't think it's entirely a lie either, but I think that for that reason, if that makes sense. I hope you know what I mean. Also, I feel like I've experienced this before. You can go over flashbacks and visions where it feels like as though you're going through the experience again, which, yeah, kind of like thinking about it now that that's bringing everything back while I'm making this video. Um, I'm gonna upload this, but this is actually one of the hardest videos I've ever recorded, to be honest. Like, I actually kind of feel emotional right now. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to be like this on the channel because, yeah, but, yeah, that experience I had did kind of fuck me up. It really did. Alright, the last thing I have to say, it can cause bouts of terror where you are paralyzed due to the flashbacks, which, I don't think that's ever happened to me, to be fair, but I do go back to that moment a lot, and so I do, like, I've not experienced the freezing of, like, paralysis, but I've experienced, the feeling that I've gone through it again, and I really, like, don't like it, and this wasn't, like, a thing that happened, like, recently, okay? I was 9 years old when this happened. So, yeah, there you go. That's how long ago it was, and that's how much it's affected me. So, yeah. I don't want to just talk about me, though, because other people have different experiences with it. Like, if you've ever had this, please actually let me know, because, like, I actually do want to know more about this one, because I don't actually know a lot about this one. Okay, well, that's everything I have to say about having PTSD, which, every time I make a neurodivergent video, I feel like I end up having that neurodivergency. But with this one, I've kind of always thought I had this one, yeah. But yeah, maybe that's why I relate to Hunter from the Owl House so much, though, because Hunter also has PTSD, in case you didn't know. It was kind of obvious. So yeah, I think maybe that's why I relate to him a lot. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you think you might have PTSD, probably go get it checked out, because I definitely recommend that. And please like and subscribe. And I'm sorry this video got a bit, like, dark at some places. Like, definitely, I don't think I'm really happy with how dark it got, but I feel like it's important to spread awareness of this kind of things. So yeah. But anyway, I'll see you next time for hopefully a much more happier video. Bye!